Hey, what's poppin', people? What's going on? Hey, welcome to Friday Night Gaming Podcast, episode 15. I'm your boy Trigun, and I'm gonna introduce you to my co-host who once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Sorry, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, bro.
Hey, this is Scythex, and I don't know what to say with that one. I don't know what to say with that one.
That Dairy Queen, though? Hey.
Yeah, true that. Damn, you threw me off.
Yeah, my bad. We can bring it back.
Find me at twitter.com/Scythex_ and twitch.tv/Scythex. What up?
What up? And you can find your boy Trigun. Hit me on Twitter at Trigun4848. Hit me on twitch.tv/Trigun411. Listen, we've been off for 2 weeks after the E3. We had to cool down. E3 was straight fire, especially that Sony press conference. Anyway, we're back with another episode. Make sure, listen, if you're listening to the podcast, I know everyone, our family, our friends, everyone trolls us, but listen, we still here, bitch. Anyway, go ahead and download us on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends, your family members, your ex-girlfriend, your divorce lawyer. Tell whoever you can. Try to get our names out there, and we're gonna dive right into this thing. Hopefully, I won't choke to death. We're gonna dive right into it. And listen, last night was an actual special occasion. Shout out to Shanta. It was very special night. A very special night. So Sai, go ahead and hit the people with what happened Friday night, and we'll start with last Friday.
Last Friday, all right. So last Friday, we actually beat a way out finally.
Facts, yo! Shout out to us.
I don't know how long it took. Maybe an hour or two, because we were far along already. So
yeah,
I'm not sure how long it took us, but I got to tell you, the last mission or two, if you want to call it missions, were the best missions I've ever played.
Yeah,
in that game, the hospital mission where from both our perspectives, we had to escape the cops in the hospital.
That was dope. That was dope.
Like it would show like a scene where like I had to run from the cops, and I'm jumping over, gurneys and like all kinds of stuff, and diving through like windows and hanging on ledges and things. And all of a sudden, like, it would show, the camera would like pan down to the second floor or the floor above me, and then shoot through the window and then get right into Try's perspective. And then you see him come in and doing crazy shit. Like, the way for a multiplayer story game, the way this was built was phenomenal. It was beautiful. Like,
yeah, it was dope. The graphics were dope.
Camera,
cinematography, the camera angles, like how they, like Sai was saying, how they transferred from one character to another. It was almost like seamless, and it was like they glued together the story, but you couldn't see where the glue marks were. Like, that's how good it was.
I've never seen anything like it where it was able to go from one perspective to the other, considering that this is like considered like a couch multiplayer game.
Yeah, couch co-op,
split screen. So the way they're able to weave in and out of each perspective while not like making the other player bored was completely well made, and it was dope. The game was dope.
It was dope as hell.
But those last few missions were spectacular. And should we get in the game now for a while? Should we just get into spoilers on the ending? I don't know.
You know what? I hate on a podcast when they spoil it, but
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because, well, here's the thing. Because we did both endings. We beat it, and we picked what we thought we wanted, and then we did it the other way just to see how the outcome would be.
Yeah.
What I will say was,
all right, so let's do it. All right, spoiler alert. So if you haven't beat A Way Out or played it, pause it or don't listen to us for like a minute
Yeah,
or two
yeah.
because we're gonna hit
Mute
spoilers.
the cast for like a minute and then
Yeah,
come back to it. We'll give you 1 second. Spoiler alert. A way out.
everyone dies. Facts.
um, yeah, dude. So I just want to say, like, what we originally went with in our decision making, I felt was the better ending.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Basically, what it came down to, you're at the end. Sai's character was actually a cop, and what was I don't know, even forget the guy's name, but
Vincent.
um, Vincent, yeah, Vincent, and then I was a criminal, and he basically had set me up, and we had to like duel it out. At the
Yeah, my
end,
character basically used you to get revenge for me, and at the same time, I was able to catch a fugitive, which was you.
yeah, exactly. So I thought I was helping him out to revenge his partner, which I was, but his partner was actually his brother, which is actually true. But they were both cops, and I didn't realize that. So, um, in the end, we like fought it out on the rooftop.
It was kind of I don't know. I don't want to say it was like expected, but I felt like something like that was gonna happen. Like there's gonna be some weird.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I knew already because somebody had spoiled it for me. I figured all the throughout the whole game, you play each other in competitions like horseshoes,
Yeah,
arm wrestling. So we were going back and
yeah.
forth. Sai beat me, I was beating him,
That
whatever.
horseshoe game.
That horseshoe. Check out that video on Sai's channel. Join his fire.
If you haven't seen Trigon play horseshoes, please click on my name, go to my
Your
YouTube.
boy is the goat, my guy. We got to put the YouTube in the description.
Yeah.
But check us out there, and just the whole game. It was set up to basically you kind of realize because you're playing competitive things throughout the whole game, you kind of could get the fact that
Connect 4, I whooped that ass.
Yo, but I did listen. I did beat Sai in arm wrestling, and when it counted, I actually killed him in the end because I got them stick work, that button mash work. But anyway, I killed Sai in the end. I basically shot him, and then you see the ending where
We had to like
Vincent,
match square to like crawl to the one gun that was on the roof.
yeah, and then I got that. So his character, the cop, ends up dying, and then you go to his family, whatever, and then it goes to your funeral, all that stuff. It was really
And, you hand my character's wife a note.
yeah, note that he actually on my suggestion to like, hey, you should write your wife a note. He actually did, kind of expressing himself because he was like estranged from her because I guess he spent too much time as a cop, like typical cop stuff. But
he's always undercover and never home.
yeah, he was undercover and never able to like be a father or the husband that he should be or whatever. So that was really tight. And then we went back, and then Sai got the gun and shot me, and then it goes through that whole progression. So it was really dope.
It was well made. Both characters were interesting. Mine was more buttoned up and like respectful, where yours was like
Leo.
He was more like go with the flow, wild.
He was like a wild card, like temper, like kind of like seat of the pants. He didn't really plan it out. He was just like, and they gave you the options through the whole game. They were like Vincent's way or Leo's way when you're addressing certain scenarios. And my way was always like hot head, going there, guns blazing. And Vincent's way was like settle down, plan it out, and attack strategically. So the game, it was really tight, man. I would suggest playing it, and you don't need both of you don't need to buy the game. Only one person needs to buy the game, or like Sai did, GameFly it, and the other person can download the demo, and then you guys can play it together. So only one person needs to be able to have the game in order for you to play it. And we could have probably, if we had the time, we could have probably beat it in like probably a 7-hour session, because that extra 2 hours on that tire though. This one mission where we got glitched, it took us like an hour and a half because we freaking glitched it and couldn't figure it out. But yeah, no, that was dope. And then last night we actually we got on that Rocket League though. And shout out to freaking Shanta.
Yo, Sean was a goat last week.
Yo, Shanta was the GOAT. Yo, Shanta actually
He was in first place like 2-3 games.
He won the
Bro, I think.
MVP for like 2-3 games out here in these streets. Like he was really hitting us with that clutch performance last night. So shout out to him. He definitely has gotten better in Rocket League. I don't know if he's been practicing or what, but he's definitely nasty. And the three of us were actually killing the true Friday Night Gaming crew, Sips T.
Yep.
We were actually killing it last night in Rocket League.
I gotta tell you, I've never felt that good doing aerials. I was hitting aerial shots that I would never in my life.
Yeah, you were actually catching them oops. Like we would throw it up to you, and you was dunking them holes for real. Like that
like
was,
even like like the goalie stops, I was able to get up there and just block it. And, like, doing my thing on.
I feel like we all played well. Like, and definitely we were dominating teams like 7-1. We beat that one team, so we really did do our thing.
You know me, I'm a sniper, so if there's a rebound in front of the net, I'm gunning for it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that timing though. It's just a matter of getting that timing down, you know. So that was really dope. And
but Shanta was MVP straight up.
Yeah, he was. He really did his thing. So we're not going.
We're not killing him this week. We're praising.
This is the 1 week. Sean said you got to pass on this week because you did.
He was the whole time, and he was MVP.
Yeah, and he stayed up past 8:30, which was like unbelievable. But he stayed. He rocked with us till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So shout out to him.
League is just fun, man. It's a fun group game.
Hell yeah, it's like one of the most fun group games for sure.
Like, yeah, we're all competitive, but it's the game itself is not that serious, so we can just and have fun with it, you know?
Yeah, like if you win or lose, it's like nobody's like, yo, what the fuck were you doing? Like, no, we're not. It's not that serious. Like, calm down.
Like we're kicking each other from the party for like missing a shot or something.
Yeah. Yo, kick this man.
Otherwise, the party would be empty, my guy.
Hell yeah, because I think all of us scored our own goal at some point. But yeah, that's what we did the last couple of Fridays, and then we'll hit you with this week in gaming. So, Sai, what you been playing, Playboy?
All right, well, real quick, I'm still on that Destiny 2 grind.
Grind it.
Well, I'll get into the DLC coming out in a little bit, but there is a DLC coming out in September, and I've never made a Titan on my account yet for D2. I had all 3 in D1.
Oh yeah. So
I can, do raids and other activities on each character and get everything done. But I only made a hunter and a warlock in D2, and I kind of, when I got bored of Destiny, I just never made the Titan.
Damn.
From here on out, I just kept grinding out hunter and warlock, and was like, you know what, I don't feel like starting from the beginning with the Titan, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying in a way.
But I'm excited for the new DLC coming out.
The DLC looks dope. And Sai hit that later.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit later, but it felt like it's the right time to start building the character because I want it ready for that DLC. Also, I was playing some Division 1 because now with the Shield update, and basically Shields is you have challenges like for instance, I think this past week was you had to kill 10 named bosses throughout the light zone, which is everything surrounding dark zone.
Oh, okay.
Then you had to kill 10 named bosses in the dark zone.
Damn.
And you had to kill 10 named bosses. What the hell was it?
That's a lot. That's like 30 people.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a grind for sure. 10 named bosses, I think, in the new map area where like the Intrepid is.
Oh damn.
And then you had to clear 25 landmarks in the dark zone. So like as I'm trying to get the named bosses in the dark zone, I'm also clearing.
This is all part of one like joint.
There's 2 separate challenges, but each landmark has a named boss in it. It kind of goes hand in hand with those 2 challenges.
Okay, I got you.
The problem is though, if you roll with a fire team or a group, what's the name? If you don't get, even if you put bullets into the named boss and your team kills it, but you don't get that final kill shot, you don't get credit for the kill.
That's really dumb.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, really I got all my kills. I look, I'm like, I only killed 5 of them. I was like, I swear to God, we just did 12, you know, like,
yo, that's they gotta fix that. Like,
yeah. So I had to go back in there basically solo. And
yeah.
not only
that you get the kill.
Yeah, not only not die, but I had to go solo to guarantee myself getting the kill and avoid rogue players that are just out there just to kill other players, you know, because it's a dark zone. So it was pretty hectic and crazy.
That sounds crazy.
I would die a lot, and then I would have to like beeline it back to the landmark before somebody else killed them, you know?
Damn.
Crazy. But the moral of the story is all these challenges within the Shield update is earning you rewards for Division 2. It's kind of like
that's dope.
Destiny kind of did it with Age of Triumph. Like you can do all these things and earn, you know, little things here and there for Destiny 2. But Division is really pushing the stuff you can earn for the next game to kind of bring people back into it, into the world.
That's tight.
As you said, we played A Way Out in Rocket League. The Crew 2 beta came out Thursday night, I believe. I didn't get a chance to play it. Or maybe it was Wednesday night. Was it the 21st? Or was it Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday night, yeah.
So, yeah, I played a little bit of it Thursday night. And the game looks good. You get the whole, you know, United States map. I was able to go from Miami, which was considered my home base, to New York City. And I think it took like a half an hour.
Okay.
But there was no direction as far as like
what to do and stuff.
Yeah, like this is your objective, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. Like I can click on different cities on the map and be like, okay, I want to run this race. But when you're in free mode, there's really like you see players randomly in your area, but there's nothing going like, oh, yo, if you pull down this road, you can do a street race, like a drag race. Or if you go over here, you can do a drifting. Like there was no indicators on the map to do stuff. So you're kind of just driving around aimlessly.
Oh, damn.
And the biggest problem I have, and since it's only a beta, they have time to fix it, I hope. Because the game comes out in like a week or two.
Yeah, I think isn't it like the end of the month, like the 29th or something?
So I'm hoping they patch this issue. But when you're driving and you set a waypoint, it shows a straight line like to that target, like you're flying or something. Like it doesn't tell you which streets to turn on, and dude, the GPS is completely broken.
That's a big if the game comes out like that, that'll get like 10 points knocked off the score out of 100. Like people will take mad points off for that.
I started in LA and I was like, you know what? I want to see how long it takes to go to New York. I'd even attempt it because the GPS wouldn't tell me which streets to turn on. Like a highway to like make my journey, you know,
that has to get fixed. That has to be fixed ASAP.
Yeah, it's a big problem. And I feel like I haven't seen anyone talking about it, to be honest, but that was a major bug that needs to be fixed because you can't have a free world game with no GPS. That's just stupid.
That's a huge issue. That's like playing COD with no heads up display, like you what's happening.
Yeah, but overall, the racing is fun and the ability to go around the country is cool. They just need to fix GPS.
Then that's tight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Crew 2 because I actually playing the beta because I actually liked Crew 1, even though people, you know, they shitted on it. I
never got a chance to play it, so it definitely intrigues me a little bit.
So, real quick, this is what I've been doing because we got a lot in store for you for the E3 recap. Like Side mentioned, we beat a way out. That's dope. That's my 9th game on the year. I'm supposed to be at 12 at the end of this month. Hashtag road to 24. We've been playing Rocket League, God of War. Yes, I'm still playing that. Shut up. I know. I'm probably playing that for the next couple of years because I'm planning on Give Me God of War because I'm an idiot and I have to prove my worth to myself, my self-worth to myself. Anyway, I'm still playing Golf Clash. I've actually started to I God, I paid for certain balls and certain coins. So I'm officially one of
That's
those.
what she said.
I'm officially I'm officially one of those true cucks who pay to win. I didn't even pay to win. I just wanted
Just wanted that ball to win an extra 90 yards.
I lost facts. I actually lost all my money recently and I was just tired and I was just like I had to play this tournament. There was a New York Classic tournament and I had to make it. So I had to get the ball that goes an extra like 6,000 yards and goes right in the hole. So I did that fraudulent. So that's actually a part of what we're going to get into next. But those are the games I've been playing. Hopefully I'm going to get into this FIFA 18, try to beat that Alex Hunter and get 10 games on the year, which would be dope.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to actually jump into that next segment. Yeah. So I guess Sal jump in there first. So hey player, tell them what's on your mind. Boom.
All right. So real quick, we're gonna get into the the E3 stuff, but what's on my mind is basically from E3, and
I'm still thinking about it.
Dude, it triggered me. It triggered.
I couldn't get past it for like 3 days after that.
All right, so let me break it down real quick. Bungie throws out a trailer of the Forsaken DLC. It's considered a story trailer.
Yeah.
And my issue with the trailer, before I even get into what's in the trailer, is they put it out during an intermission during the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
What was in the trailer was the main one of the main characters in the game, Cade, who is voiced by a very popular actor, in Nathan Fillion. He's basically the comedic relief in a very serious, character-driven game. Like, you have like Ikora, Zavala, they're all like, buttoned up, like to the point, very
mad serious,
very military, like, chain of command, like take your orders or leave or type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where Cade's kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want as long as the mission gets completed,
Yeah.
And so he was like the comedic relief. He was always the fan favorite. People like him as an actor, and his voice in this game was brilliant. And they killed him in the trailer.
Bruh.
Like, they just straight up gunned him down in the head. Like, and the person that did it is even more surprising because it's the Queen's brother, obviously a prince from Destiny 1. So it's Prince Aldrin, who, if you played the Taken King, kind of crashes because Oryx kind of killed the assault. The prince and the queen, they're trying to assault the dreadnought, and so Oryx kills them all, quote unquote, and nobody knows where they went. Everybody thinks they're dead. Long story short, ship is found on Mars, but he's not found. And then they show this trailer where like he comes out of nowhere, kills Cade's ghost, meaning Cade can't revive now. He can't get revived by his ghost. And then shoots Cade in the head, meaning he's permanently dead. Damn. Like, that's a major moment in Destiny, and they put it in the intermission. Like, people are going to the bathroom, they're grabbing a drink, like nobody's paying attention because it's just idiots talking at a panel.
And this is what Sai is thinking at that moment.
It may not mean nothing to y'all.
But that man Sai was hurt, bro. Like, you gonna disrespect K during
You were just kind of like processing our thoughts of they showed like a really long Last of Us, trailer and little presentation, everything done up.
Yeah.
Shown us from Last of Us 2. So we're trying to process this and kind of go over it, and they're like putting in these little trailers, and we're always like pausing, like, all right, what is this? What is it? All of a sudden, boom, there's Cade and he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what just happened?
This man said, "Oh, it's like a timeout. We need to regroup, bro."
I was ready to run to the bathroom real quick because I had time,
Yeah, hell yeah.
If I would have missed that, I would have been pissed off.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
you would have came back and I would have been like, "Hey fam, Cade's dead."
Yeah, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. Like, no, he's not. Shut up,
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
That was pretty shocking.
I'm gonna put my foot in Aldrin's ass when September rolls around. Like, I can't wait.
In there.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see
the repercussions and how
like why he's doing what he's doing, and then how we are gonna get revenge, because the developer Bungie has said this is like a different story that we're used to. It's not like we're at war and it's like a back and forth between two groups. This is more of a personal revenge mission. Like, we're avenging our friend. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's tight though. That's a good narrative.
So I'm curious. I can't wait. But for them to do it during an intermission, that pissed me off.
Like,
triggered, dude.
Triggered.
But I'll get maybe a little bit more into what the Forsaken is later on. But Try, what is on your mind, player?
So listen. I'm a man of great integrity. So what I'm gonna do, I need to expose myself. Don't worry, Pops. I'm just talking about gaming. So listen, here's what I need to say. On this podcast, I've gone on record as saying, if you do digital downloads, you're a cuck. If you pay to win, you're a cuck. In this past week, I've done both. Confirmed, exposed. Listen, I am a fraudulent person, and here's why. I bought some balls in golf class because I was tired of losing and I won. So I'm a cuck. Number two, here's the thing, right? I've always said, if you buy digital download, you're an idiot. Here's why. You buy the digital download, it goes to it's convenient, but it goes right to your hard drive, and then you can never sell it. You can never like use it to sell it or make money from it again.
Or trade with a friend.
Yeah, or trade it with a friend. There's so many negative things that go along with digital download. But here's the thing. I've always been against it, but I'm starting to come around because NBA Live was $4.50. I bought that. The games are just cheaper and it's mad convenient. And if it's a game that I'm kind of like whatever about, I'll digital download. Especially, here's the thing. You're not going to get a physical copy for $5. You're not going to go on Amazon and buy a game for $5. You're not going to go to GameStop. GameStop still has like Madden 13 for like $10. Like, so you're not going to find a relevant game that's less than $15 physical. So like last night, FIFA 18, Sty has it.
It cost them $5 just to make the disc.
Exactly. So the best deals and I'm cheaper than I am anti-digital downloads. Like, I'm cheap. I'm a cheap bastard. So if you tell me I can get FIFA for 70% off digital download, I'm like, all right, fam, I'll take that. So I bought FIFA last night for $23.99. Sean said he copped it. Sai's gonna cop it. That'll be like our little summer jump off, like Friday nights, whatever.
Already got that.
Yeah, that'll be dope. So I will buy digitally if the price is right, and it's not a game like Last of Us. I got the physical, like Last of Us 2. I got the physical of God of War. I'm still a physical game player, but if the game is like old or it's mad cheap and I don't care. I'll get the digital download because it's just convenient, and I'm not going to beat the price. And at the end of the day, for me, price beats everything. So if I can pay $4 for a game versus 25 used at GameStop, I'm paying the 4 every time, and I'm not going to apologize. So anyway, I am fraudulent, so you can go ahead and call me out on that. But hey, I admit to my mistakes. So let's move on to that main event, though.
That E3 main event. We're gonna quick about it. A lot happened
because we could talk. We've checked. You guys know who follow the channel. We've had like hours of the Saturday cast. Then we did Monday night. So, and that was like 2 hours. So we've already hit you with like 6 hours of content.
We live streamed the whole Sony conference and reacted live while it was happening.
Yeah,
we had like E3 pre-show, and during that pre-show we had what do we have? EA and Microsoft.
Yeah,
or not Microsoft, EA and
yeah, and
someone else, I forget, but we had a couple conferences during our pre-show, so we had to react to that as well. So there's plenty of
Microsoft actually.
It was Microsoft, right?
Yeah. So we had mad stuff already, but so we're just gonna go down all the presenters, with the exception of the PC gaming show, because PC's trash, PC Master Race. So we're just gonna go down real quick each developer and just talk about a game or two, like the more popular games, or really the biggest announcements in each one, because like I said, we could spend the next like 5 hours talking about it, and I don't have the time and either decide. So we'll hit you with the main. If you got comments, questions, leave them in the comment section or hit us on Twitter.
Ask us anything.
What's that?
If you have a question about, and I was just saying, feel free to ask us anything if you have questions about a game that we talked about or that we didn't talk about.
Oh yeah, and then we'll recap at the end. We'll give you the grades from each conference, because there's always, all gamers want to know who won E3. So we'll give you, our winner basically of E3. So let's dive into the first conference. Electronic Arts, that company who robs, cheats, and steals. #Battlefront. So Sai, what were you looking at EA wise? What's your thing?
There was a few things I was looking for in EA. Real quick, I wanted Madden, Madden 19. I wanted to see, and I wanted to see NBA Live 19. I wanted to see, and Anthem was the big one. Anthem was the number one game that
Hell yeah.
It's not the number one game that I want to see all of E3, but it's up there. It's the biggest game that I wanted to see that whole weekend.
Yeah. No question about that. I agree 100%, because Anthem has been hyped for the last 2 years. Like when I remember that first trailer. I think it was E3 2016. From that first trailer, we were like, "Yo,
Anthem. Everything was about Anthem."
Yeah. People are like, "Oh, Destiny's dead." Anthem, like Destiny killer. Like, so. Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to Anthem for sure.
But what's the name? My biggest issue with the EA conference was with Madden and FIFA. They didn't show a trailer about what the hell was your character's name in Madden? It was the long shot story, but I forget the character's name.
Yeah, it was
Evan.
No, it was, damn, I'm thinking Colt was the friend and
was your receiver friend.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Damn.
I don't know. But the story was I wasn't a big fan of the main character in the original story in Madden 18, but the story itself was awesome. It was fun to play, and I was really looking forward to kind of getting maybe a little glimpse of what's to come as far as his character progression and story-wise, like where we're heading, because we already did the long shot contest, so like where are we going from there?
Devin Wade.
Devin, okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see that. FIFA, we got nothing about Alex Hunter.
That's legit. I won't buy the game if he's not in it.
And yeah, and like they didn't even announce that, you know, Devin Wade or Alex Hunter is going to be in the game. Like they didn't really announce anything about it. It was a lot of trailer fest, and that's another thing about E3. It was a trailer fest. No real presence.
Yeah, there was mad trailers, and to your point, so I was like, I can just go on YouTube and do what they're doing for these press conferences, you know?
Yeah, basically. But yeah, they didn't, and those were big red flags for me. What they did show, and we'll kind of break it down a little bit. NBA Live 19 looked fantastic.
Go confirmed.
That because of how good 18 was for us.
Hell yeah, for 459, perfect.
That put Live on it personally, and I'm sure on your radar as well.
Yeah, no, Live, after playing Live 18, especially because we got a deal for $4 and whatever change. And Live was actually a good game. We played through the whole season, whatever. It was a good game, like it was comparable to 2K. I think Live 19 looks like it will. What's up?
I said the mechanics were easy enough to figure out.
Yeah.
Smooth.
And in the last couple of years, Live has kind of been creeping up on 2K. 2K's still been killing it. Like Live 14 sold like 6,000 copies. So it was a joke.
I think 2K is popular now because of name rather than gameplay at this point.
At this point, a lot of people in the 2K community are like, 2K is no longer like that good. So I'm predicting Live's not going to outsell 2K because there's still the whole communities of 2K who are like 2K for life tattoos on their lower backs. But I think NBA Live 19 will be decidedly better than like clearly better than 2K19. That's just my prediction.
They showed what's the name, the Big Three tournament, basically. Like they had Iverson involved and like
that's crazy dope. That's crazy dope to me. Yeah. So I think Live would be dope. Real quick, Anthem. Here's what I kind of pulled inside. You can add whatever you want. Anthem looks cool still, but we really don't know. Like they had 2 years to prepare a trailer or a gameplay, and that's all we got. Like we still don't even know like what's the point of the game. Like we need to see more, and a lot of people left with the feeling that Anthem.
I felt this way about a lot of
like
during this E3.
What is it like? I need more. I need to know more. I almost felt like this E3 was like a big teaser.
Yeah, like everything was just rushed. Nobody was prepared, and like we'll get into like our individual opinions on each conference when we do our grading. But like I felt like Xbox was the most prepared for this whole event.
Yeah, they had their stuff was organized. 50 games, all that stuff.
Yo, Fly, what up, man? Shout out to Fly. Welcome to.
Yo, what up, Fly? Blue.
Yo, Fly, if you have any questions for us, let us know. I think I put it in Discord, but I don't know if you saw it. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so Anthem. My opinion is Anthem looked great. Like you said, they didn't really show us why we're fighting.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me a Destiny feel because the enemies looked like the Hive from Destiny. Yeah. Like the main bad guy that they showed was like Oryx's son.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, it's a mini Oryx.
I did like the gameplay mechanics and the fact that like you could the markings, like you could tell when the bullets hit, you could tell what the damage it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was good. Also, when I want to call him a Titan because he was like the big mech warrior guy. Because each class was different. That was another thing. They showed us 4 classes.
Yeah, and only showed like 2.
Showed us 2 gameplays of like one of the 2 classes.
Yeah, so the other 2 classes, we have no idea what they look like or how they operate.
Yeah, like you got to show us that. Like, don't tease 4 and then give us only 2. That made no sense. they didn't really tell us why we're fighting the quote unquote hive.
Yeah.
The gameplay looked cool. The mech warrior guy that I was talking about, he has like this like war machine where he's just shooting rockets off everywhere.
Yeah.
Cool was they showed you the splash damage radius.
Yeah, that was the part that I liked the most. Like you set up to throw that projectile or the grenade or whatever it was, and it showed you the blast radius, so you could
I was
be
gonna
real
say
technical with it.
how many enemies you can really kill with if they're falling radius, which I thought was a neat addition.
That's so cool to me because sometimes I feel like I waste my grenades because I'm just throwing them thinking I'm going to hit the person, but it doesn't even really reach and it just kind of taps them on the side. And I'm just like, that was stupid.
Yep.
You know, so
yeah, no, they showed some really cool things. What they didn't show, again, the two classes, which I thought were red flags. They also said that there is no PvP currently in the game. Now, however, they did say there's no PvP yet, meaning it's not going to launch with PvP, but I'm sure at some point they're going to update the game and add it.
Yeah.
That's a red flag as well, because like
that's not a good look, especially for these multiplayer heads, which is like I feel like the majority of the gaming community is not going to like that.
Right. And like shooting games that don't have the option to shoot other players is generally not that good.
That's a mistake. that's
like if I can't turn around and shoot you like arena capacity, and I don't know, man, like that was a major red flag. I was like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna be flying around a world killing enemies that we don't know why we're killing, and
that's like
not have an arena to.
That's like Fortnite with no PvP. Oh wait, there's no game. Facts.
Right. Exactly. So, those were the red flags, and the biggest red flag is that, like you said, they had 2 years to prepare for it, and for them to not tell us these things in that preparation time was like I don't know, that was a major red flag. So, I gave them a bad score because of that. Because
it's like
everything was leading up to Anthem, and I felt like they dropped the ball big time with it.
Yeah, it's like taking a chick out on a date. Like by the third date, you need to know more than her name and her favorite book. Like,
right?
Let's get into a little something. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so we're gonna move on to Microsoft. Now I'm gonna dive right into this thing because I've been holding this issue back. I don't want to take too long on it because I want to make sure we hit everything. I've been waiting, holding this issue back, really thinking about it in my head because it's controversial, and I know I'm going to get some weird tweets and some weird looks. So this is what I want to say. I am not a sexist by any stretch of the imagination. I love women. I mean, hold on a second. I love you, honey. I don't mean like that. I love to see women in gaming. I love to see women move up in real life, be the president, be whoever, be a CEO of a company, whatever they want to do. I believe in equal opportunities for all people, all races, all creeds. This is what I'm going to tell you. Gears of War 5, that female character lead, I have a huge problem with it. Now, understand why. Now, people are going to be like, oh, you're sexist. I'm not a sexist, you freaking idiots. Here's why I love, and this is going to sound mad suspect. I don't care though. Here's why I love Gears of War. I'm a bigger dude with I have a muscle or two or whatever. I like when Gears first dropped, I was like, yo, finally a game with huge dudes who are like reckless and violent. And I'm like, yo,
like gory.
Yeah, like gory, like huge, oversized dudes, muscly, like Coltrane. That's my boy. Like football players, like Marcus Phoenix, big dude, just hacking fucking chainsaws through the dude's mouth. Like I'm like, yo, Gears is fire. So to me, Gears is like a bunch of football players running around with shotguns. And here's my problem with Gears 5. When you show up to a football game and then you see a female is playing the quarterback, you're like, you're like, what's happening? Like, I didn't. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So like, I'll
and
still
she's
play.
very whiny in the game trailer.
Yo, I'll still play Gears. I'm not gonna boycott. I'm not a sexist. I'll still play Gears, but it's disappointing for me when you show up, when you show up to see, like, when you show up to see Conor McGregor fight, you know, in a match and he's fighting a woman, you're like, what's going on? I'm just shocked because Gears to me is huge dudes, shotguns, and chainsaws. So when I see a female running around beating up these big dudes, I'm just kind of like, it throws me off a little bit. I'll still play the game. I'll give it a chance because I believe in that stuff, but I do have a problem with it. And don't come at me with that sexist trash. It doesn't meet my expectations. Now you could say the same for like when they had like a Black Annie. I get that. That's a little bit different. I'm just saying I expect Gears to me is big dudes cutting down. That's like Tomb Raider with a dude running around in short shorts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would be like, why is there a guy playing Tomb Raider? Like I would have the same problem with that because it didn't fit my expectations. And that's me not being sexist. It's just, I have an expectation of like,
right. Do you expecting the game to be what it's supposed to be?
What it has been. And if they're going in a different direction, then I'll be like, you know what? I can choose to continue and check it out. And if it really is that bad, I'll can stop playing it. But I mean, I wouldn't just because it's a female. I'll rock with it and see what happens. But it was just kind of like, oh man, like what's going on?
The blue and kind of weird. I agree.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of it either. And like you said, it has nothing to do with like sexism or anything like that. It was just like, I feel like they're doing it just to be included in the quote unquote movement.
Rather, a lot of people are saying that like because there's like Battlefield 5. I'm not even saying that. I'm just like that's the one game that like I was shocked because it's all 4 games have been huge football players, hacksaw and shotgunning.
Yeah, and exactly, and that's my point. Like instead of it being what you want it to be and what you expect Gears to be,
yeah,
they went with like the movement. You know what I mean? They had to add the female character.
Yeah, no, and listen, I'm not gonna. It is what it is, man. I'm not. Far be it from me to exclude. I'm black, so that's what kills me when I see black people like, oh, you can't be, dude. We were excluded for freaking 400 years, so I'm not saying anything. I'm just gonna tell you, it was confusing to me, but I'm still gonna check it out because I'm not one of these people who like I'm gonna boycott this game because she's a female. Like I'm not a dumb cuck. Like it just kind of like threw me off. That's all.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that.
You know, but
I mean, the game can end up being great, and it doesn't matter.
It could be. It could be
not what you expected. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to add to that.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get that off, and we can move on to Division Game of the Year.
Real quick, I'm gonna get into the Division more. Division 2 a little bit later during Ubisoft. I just wanted to point out that I thought it was interesting that they decided to announce and reveal actual footage of Division 2 during the Xbox press conference. So that's telling me, you know,
that's true.
Xbox has the exclusive again for the Division, because I think the original Xbox was Xbox exclusive. Like I think it was like a 30-day exclusive.
Oh, you think it'll be the same, like a release exclusive?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same thing. I think any DLC is going to come out
really
ahead of everyone else.
I feel like that's stupid, but
it is stupid. And why would Xbox be the one, have the privilege of announcing the game and showing the trailer and whatever during their press conference and nobody else could? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it was for everyone, either nobody plays it and Ubisoft announces it themselves, or every company involved has a trailer for it of some aspect to show off their, you know, brand of it, their engine. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
like freaking Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, or no, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's like everyone showed Kingdom Hearts 3 pretty much.
Right. So I don't know. I just thought it was weird that it was, you know, it was first revealed on Microsoft's press conference. So that's true. Where there's going to be some sort of exclusive.
Halo 6. Are you? I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not a Halo dude. I've only played literally. I'm a Halo fraud. I played Halo 3 for like 30 minutes, and so Halo 6 to me was like,
you're not like a multiplayer dude though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not really. So,
and it's funny because like I appreciate a great story. And I'm a huge fan because of Destiny. I'm a huge fan of Bungie. But you know, before they even made Destiny, I was always a fan of Halo multiplayer, but I hated the story.
So
like Master Chief, like everyone's gonna think I'm a fraud. Like the stories of Master Chief, I was like, whatever, I don't really care. Just put me in the arena. I want to shoot people, you know?
Yeah. So you didn't like the Halo stories?
I played the first one and I kind of got bored of it. And at that point, just like, I just love multiplayer. I don't really care about the story.
Word.
And then more multiplayer. I was more competitive multiplayer type of gamer back then. Like I was in I just wanted, you know, COD multiplayer. Like I would play stories here and there, but like I would buy maybe 1 or 2 games a year, and those would be multiplayer games, and those would last me until the next year when they came out with the new version.
Yeah, there's a lot, and there's a lot of people like that. Like
I would buy COD, and the next game would be COD next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you were just in like a multiplayer loop.
Yeah, so I again, like I didn't own Xbox One or 360 until 360 was like the later years of the console generation.
Yeah.
But I would always go over and have Halo. We would have Halo nights at my buddy's house, and we would have, you know, 6 of us hanging around, drinking, playing Halo, and you know, doing a split screen couch co-op type of multiplayer battling and whatever.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. It was a great time. That's my greatest like gaming memories, just chilling on the couch with your boys and playing. So the fact that they're bringing the couch multiplayer split screen aspect back to Halo 6 is a major plus for me.
Yeah. No, that's actually tight.
It's a major plus. Like Halo 5 was only one perspective. It was only you. Like you couldn't, if you were going to play with somebody, it had to be online.
Yeah.
And for Halo, I thought that was a mistake. It works with Destiny because it's an online only game. Like even if you want to do missions together, you have to be online because you're in an online world. You know what I mean? But like, where it was just multiplayer was only arena based, it wasn't story based.
Yeah. Fly said that screen watching started legit fist fights.
Oh, 100% Fly.
Those actual facts.
Yeah, and that started all the way in GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, hell yeah.
That was the OG first 4-player split screen where you're just like, oh, stop staring at my screen. You know?
If you look to the right real quick, you're like, yo, you in the bathroom, fam? I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I see you hiding in that vent.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my God, that's too funny.
But, I don't want to take too much time on Halo, but that was a major plus for them to bring back the split screen. The gameplay looked awesome. Well, they didn't really show the gameplay, but they had like a trailer, kind of like a story trailer showing Master Chief holding his helmet.
Yeah. That looks cool. I might, if I mess around and get an Xbox, I would try it.
I think I might be getting an Xbox soon.
Yeah. I think I might. I'm getting. I can confirm this. I'm getting an Xbox this gen, One or One X before I'm getting a PS5. That's a fact.
Yeah, probably.
Because I can't. I'm not gonna miss all the games that. Not there's not that many, but because Xbox doesn't do exclusives, but there's a couple that I want to play. But Rage 2, I don't know too much about it.
Rage
I
2
didn't play Rage 1, but
Rage 2 looked really good to me. I don't know why. They had a great presentation for the game. Because like we said before, like Microsoft, I came prepared for this press conference, and I thought their presentation for Rage 2 was really cool. And I don't know, they got me hyped up for a game that I really don't know about.
yeah,
I guess that's their whole point of the press conference, and that's, I don't know. We'll get in again to grades later, but I thought it was well done. And if I get an Xbox relatively soon, that's definitely a game on my radar.
yeah. No, I'll check that out. I'll check that out too for sure. The biggest news to me about Microsoft, and this is why people were amped for the conference, and I get that, but to me, other than the games, because they had a lot of games or whatever. Here's the biggest thing that I took from it. You have 5 new studios. Well, 1 new studio, 4 old studios, but Microsoft has acquired the rights to. They've created this initiative out of Santa Monica, and that guy, Daryl Gallagher, is the former head of Crystal Dynamics who produced Tomb Raider. So they have the Initiative Studio. They have Undead. They've acquired Undead Labs, who did State of Decay. They have Playground Games, who make Forza. And then they acquired Ninja Theory, which was huge.
Major title, Forza.
Yeah.
And to own all rights to it is pretty big.
Yeah. And then you have Ninja Theory. They did Hellblade and Devil May Cry. And then Compulsion Games made We Happy Few. And to me, what this says, the reason why I thought Xbox did a decent job with this conference, I don't even think I think Xbox and Microsoft are done this generation. I think they're going to come on really strong next gen, and I think they have no choice.
Probably.
And this shows me
the final year or two of this gen is going to be bangers.
Yeah, there's going to be some bangers the final year, I think, of this gen, and then next gen I think they're going to hit the ground running, because they're going to be like, yo, Sony collapsed. They blew out both of our knees like at the beginning of this gen. So they're gonna have to come, and these studios are capable of bangers like Hellblade, We Happy Few, Tomb Raider. I mean, they're capable, and this new initiative is gonna come with some heat. So I'm looking forward to what they do.
I want to see what they can create together.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Hell yeah. So that'll be dope. So I guess we'll move on. Sony real quick. We'll talk about the big 4 for Sony. And this conference, to me, and we'll talk about the conferences later when we get the individual grades, but the games that they showed, these 4 games all look amazing, with the exception of trash Spider-Man. Like the Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I always mess that. I can't freaking say that name. It's like sushi, but Ima at the end.
Yeah.
So Sai, anything like really jump out at you as far as these bangers are concerned?
Spider-Man's a goat. No. Last of Us, like we said, they had like a really, that was like, I want to say that was their big presentation in the beginning. It was Last of Us.
Yeah, they had a whole freaking venue just for that game. Like,
just for that game. They really showed like a real cutscene from the game. Like I want to say like it was almost a whole cutscene they showed.
Yeah. They showed a lot of that.
They showed Ellie's sexuality in it. Like,
hey, lit.
Like,
somebody said it was like 2 boys kissing, but that's fine. I mean, to each his own.
But like I don't know. They showed a lot. They showed gameplay of Ellie. It was weird the way they had the trailer set or the
She
cutscene.
was a savage in that gameplay.
Was it like a flashback? Because it showed them like she was kissing, her friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Sudden it would cut to her doing,
it must have been a flashback of some sort, like
or just maybe the way they cut the reel, I guess.
Yeah.
For the press conference.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
It was interesting, and like the gameplay looked fantastic. The way Ellie was, sliding behind cover, shooting things, crawling. When she crawled under the car, and the person was looking for her, and
yeah, that was tight. And then she shot her
head down to look under the car, and you just blow her head off. Like, dude, the gameplay was so good.
Yeah, it really was, though.
I think the game comes out
too, which I love.
Yeah, dude, it's fantastic. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's fantastic.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
So freaking good.
Yeah, and I can't wait to play part 1, and then I definitely can't wait to play part 2.
Part 1, you were playing as Joel for most of the game.
Yeah, no, I know.
It really showed Joel in this in the
that's true.
All Ellie. So I don't know is Joel even going to be playable, or is he kind of just like a secondary character for cutscene purposes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the question that people are asking.
They haven't shown one single thing of Joel as far as gameplay goes.
Yeah, that's true.
So who knows? But it looks fantastic. I can't wait. If you haven't played the first one, you definitely need to before grabbing this one.
Facts, my boy. That's why I'm about to get on it ASAP.
Yep. Stranding, that was another big game. What I'll say about Death Stranding.
Sorry, can you tell us what Death Stranding is about exactly? Go.
Yes. Basically, the whole premise of the game is Norman Reedus has multiple babies, or he can grow multiple.
Yes, it's Octomom, but you're a dad.
They have my $60. But no, for real. Like there's really this is another game like Anthem, where they had 2 years, maybe 3. I don't even remember when they announced.
Yeah, it mad long time
to like really show us what this game is actually about. And I feel I was reading the comments during the Sony press conference. There was a lot of like chat on YouTube. And chat's always like just trolls saying dumb.
Yeah.
The funny thing about the chats, it legit cracked me up every time because I'm an idiot. But every time a trailer was starting and it would show like the developer who made it, like it would say Sony Entertainment or something like that. The chat room would light up and be like, "Yo, is this Despacito 2?" Like, like the Justin Bieber song.
Oh my god,
Despacito 2.
That's mad funny,
dude. I don't know why I found it so funny, and every time I saw people posting it, it would make me laugh. Anyways, I'm getting off.
Yo, Jackmo Johnny was like, "Why is this dude carrying around a refrigerator on his back, and his life source comes from a baby that's in a container?" Like,
yeah. So back to Death Stranding, not Despacito. They didn't show us anything. They showed like cutscenes and some gameplay, but they didn't really tell us what it's about.
He was just walking around. Like, it was weird.
Like he was like on the moon or Mars. Like he was just like in this isolated area walking by himself, avoiding like the cloaked enemies.
Yeah.
And he had a baby.
The tank. Like what?
Yeah, he had a tank in front of him.
At the end of the day, I trust Hideo Kojima's genius in the fact that he's gonna give us some greatness. So,
and Norman Reedus is a beast.
yo, he's one of the best. So,
but like,
have to, like, have faith, I guess.
They just, yeah, they didn't show us anything, and you kind of just have to hope for the best on this one, I guess.
Yeah, seriously.
I really don't know what the hell this game is about, other than you have a baby the whole time.
Yeah. Real quick, Ghost of Tsushima. There you go. I'm looking forward to it. I like.
Dude, I literally had no idea what this game was about.
Oh, me neither. I never even heard of it, but it looks fire, and like I want to play it. I love samurais. Awesome. I like that sword play. Pause.
Combat.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome.
It really did. It looked good, and I want to play it. I just want to see, what it's about. I definitely want to play it because the gameplay looks good, and yeah, I'm probably going to be day oneing the first 3 of these games, and then that Spider-Man, I'll get it when it's $5 2 years from now because it looks like trash, my boy.
I'm gonna disagree with you. The game looks fire, dude. The fighting mechanics
looks good.
Being able wow. Okay. Sorry. I'm watching FIFA World Cup at the same time.
Hey, shout out to Russia. I mean, never mind. I'm not a part of that.
Sweden just scored against Germany. That's crazy. Anyways, the fighting looked great. What's the name? Swinging around, like your move set was awesome.
The swinging is what initially intrigued me. Like it looks really good, and the fighting does remind me of like Batman. It's not bad at all, but it looks fun. I'm not a big Batman. I tried to play Batman, I just couldn't. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try Spider-Man for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna knock the game. Looks great. I just don't know if I can buy into the fighting. If I can have fun playing the game, I'll definitely cop it though.
I don't know. I'm a major Spider-Man fan. So maybe I have a little bias.
Yeah, and see I think that's the difference. I've never been my favorite superhero is Hulk. So I've never been Spider-Man, Batman, DC, Marvel. I've never been into any of it. And I think that's what the major thing is for me. Because if you're a Spider-Man fan, you got to be geeked for this game because it looks amazing.
Right. And I think that's the big thing. And I don't know, man. It just visually looks awesome. The fighting looked great. Your moves, like you're able to, web. Smooth. Yeah, you could web objects and swing it around and hit your opponents with it. Like there's just so many different things you can do. There's so many different enemies that you have to fight. I can't wait to see more about it. And I thought this was very well shown at the conference.
Hell yeah. No, it was definitely tight.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna move on to Ubisoft unless you have something else to say.
Yeah, we can keep rocking.
If you guys want to hear more about what happened during Sony's press conference, we have a separate reaction video of the whole Sony press conference.
Yeah, you can find that on the channel for sure. Ubisoft, real quick, my big take from Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed. I'm between. I don't know what my favorite series is all time. It's either Assassin's Creed or God of War. It all depends on, I guess, the day. But like right now, I'm like God of War because I'm playing it. When this Odyssey drops, it's going to be Assassin's Creed. I have a freaking Black Flag in my freaking basement. But anyway,
Black Flag was my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, no, Black Flag is fire. And shout out to Pops, who's like ranked in the world in that game. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey, first of all, 300, I own that on DVD. One of my favorite movies of all time. Leonidas. You play as either his like granddaughter or his grandson or something like that. They're both characters or descendants. You can play a male or female character, both descendants from Leonidas, and you like use his sword that they give you or whatever. No spoilers because that's in the freaking trailer, but it looks unbelievably good. What's that?
So the game looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks so good. And as long as I can beat Syndicate and Origins before this, it'll be a day one, my boy.
Is Syndicate canon to the stories, like as far as story progression?
Yes, yeah, it's
separate?
you know what it is? It's like they used to kind of follow in progression, but now, like with Syndicate, 'cause I played Unity, Syndicate's totally different. But it's funny because Syndicate reminds me of Odyssey in a way, because Syndicate is the one that takes place in England where you can be you're a brother and sister, and I think you can choose which one to play with. So
Right.
like, but yeah, they're no longer connected. They're like standalone, usually in a different like city in a different time period. Like Origins is
Right.
Egypt,
Literally
Syndicates in London.
the last one I've ever played. So
What's that?
I said Black Flag was the last one I ever played. So I
Yeah.
don't know how it went on from there.
Yeah, so Unity takes place in I'm trying to think. I think it was like
It was Unity the multiplayer one?
yeah, Unity was the multiplayer. So that took place, I think that took place in like I want to say Scotland or some place where they had kingdoms and king. I don't even know, but
It was
um
medieval.
yeah, it was medieval. It was medieval Unity, and then Syndicate is like London in like the 1800s. Origins is Egypt in like way back when. It's like the origination of Assassin's Creed and the whole creed and everything. And then this one is going to take place in, um, Greece, and you're going to have like
Yeah,
Spartans and all that kind of stuff. So
that's so dope to me.
yeah. And the other big game was Division 2, which
Hell
um
yeah.
I'm I liked Division 1 for sure. Division 2, what the gameplay that they showed, it looks very similar to Division 1, which is not, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it looks very similar, but I want to see, I like to see all the differences that they've done. Obviously when you make a good game, you don't want to make it that different that you lose your base, but I also want to see like what changes they've made. Um, you know what I mean? And I know they
Quick,
like
the map, the way they show the map, that's completely different.
yeah. And the raids off top, the raids are like
Yeah, they're gonna
that's
have an
huge.
8-man raid in Division 2. 8-man. Like Destiny only allows 6. This is gonna
Yeah.
be 8-man raids. So how large and how long are these raids gonna be?
Yeah. That sound it sounds crazy.
I guess an epic. That's epic. That's like almost like World of Warcraft raids. Like you're going in
Yeah.
with a large group to try and clear a dungeon or something. You know, like
Hell yeah.
it's gonna
Fighting
be
like 100 enemies, like
yeah. Like this is gonna be crazy.
hell yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I'll probably, I don't know if I'll day one, but I'm definitely gonna be on there because I know Sai is gonna be beasting out. So I don't want to like last time in D1 when I jumped on there, Sai was like level 30, and when he would help me, he would just come in and kill everybody in 2
Yeah,
seconds. I'm
I,
like, bro,
I couldn't help you, and then it was like, all right, well, I gotta wait for them to level up, and then we can
yeah.
actually.
And then Shansa got it, and then he couldn't catch up in time because he didn't get a chance to play that much, and then I feel bad because then Cantankerous got it, and we were all off it.
Yeah.
um,
But I hope they fix that though with Division 2. They didn't really announce it, but I hope that's fixed where I can actually jump in somebody's game and help them rather than
that would be huge.
scaling up to me and then you're just kind of hiding the whole time. That sucks. That's not fun for anyone.
Yeah, hell no, hell no.
I hope that is fixed. As far as the game, I thought the trailer was awesome.
Yeah, I like the trailer. I did
Yeah.
like the trailer.
It was cool how they were like, at first you weren't sure when they showed it during Xbox, like you weren't sure what game it was until they started talking about like the virus and like
Yeah.
and you're like, oh shit, this might be Division, like
And I
because
like how it's in DC. DC to me is a great city to have the game in, and also
yeah,
like you're basically at this point you're
yeah,
trying to
because like
rebuild.
our last cast, we were kind of talking like, what city do we think it's going to be in? And we're like,
Yeah.
I think I mentioned like Chicago or something, and you said like LA or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking like Paris, even like.
Yeah, oh yeah, like Europe.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even thinking DC, and that's a fantastic location. Like
Dude, all the
take
mind,
back
all the
White House
goddamn
or
museum.
like Capitol or something is dope.
Hell yeah. And there's all these different factions now. And it's basically, it's not even centered around the virus. I think it's centered around the chaos that's ensued. Because I think the virus is
Government's
gone.
fallen because all the buildings were taken over.
Yeah. And it's like warring factions. So that's kind of cool. And you're like the last line of defense. Like
an 8-man raid going in and getting the White House back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See that's actually dope.
Final boss fight is saving the president or something. Like that'd be dope. That'd be so dope.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But yeah, between the Xbox conference and the Ubisoft conference, they showed a lot of Division 2, and I loved every second of it. The map looked different. However, with the map, I don't know if they showed the whole map. It kind of looked scaled down a little bit, or like a little small area of it.
Yeah.
What I noticed, and what a lot of people are noticing, is the map didn't show a dark zone.
Oh.
There was no red blocked out area. That was just dark zone. So
damn,
nobody knows how multiplayer is going to work, if there's going to be a dark zone, or if they're getting rid of the dark zone and they're going to a more PvP arena area.
Yeah.
Or the whole world is the dark zone. Like nobody knows.
Damn. That's actually that's a good point. Like that, because the dark zone is one of the major components of the game. Like,
yeah,
it's huge. So
the best rewards are always going to be in the hardest locations, and the dark zone is definitely the hardest location.
Damn.
So, I don't know.
See, but if they switch that up though, that's going to piss off a lot of hardcore Division people.
Yeah, do people play games for just the co-op story aspect, or PvE aspect? Nobody likes fighting other people, and then some people just play the game just for the fighting other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't, if both isn't there, I don't know how
that would. I don't think they would make that. They wouldn't make that mistake. I don't think they're smarter than that.
The zone is there and they're just not showing it.
Yeah, that must be. I'm assuming. Yeah,
they don't want to announce yet.
Yeah, that's because maybe they tweaked it and they're waiting to give you that announcement for that.
Maybe, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
The big thing that they announced, I think you mentioned before, you might not have, but the DLCs for Division 2 are going to be free. They're coming out with 3 DLCs. It's a winter, spring, and I think summer DLC, and they're all going to be free for year 1, which is A+, 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 A+.
Oh God, when they announced I hate when game developers are like, here's the DLC, because I'm old school. I'm like, give me the damn game and everything in it. When they said DLC,
like before they even like give you the whole game, they're already talking about DLCs. It's
that's annoying. and so I love that. That to me is huge. Also, I just looking at my notes from Microsoft for Division 2. I have to say this, and this has nothing to do with Division 2. I wrote hate canned gameplay. Like, and that was the same thing for Anthem when they showed it 2 years ago. I hate canned multiplayer. When the guy's like, hey Sarah, check your 6. Like, I hate that. Like, I don't know if you
choreographed.
Yeah, like I hate it so much because it's so cringy. Like, but I know
it's corny. Yeah. Nobody ever plays like that.
Facts.
Like,
yeah,
the 4 of you are running into a mission and just lighting people up. You're not like, yo, Peter, check behind your 6, and you have an enemy coming, and it's like shut up, dude.
To me, that kind of takes away, but I get why they do it. But
it's so corny, and it's the same people that they use for Division 1 trailer.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God.
But
And it's interesting though. They showed the ability to use a drone in Division 2, where Division 1 showed you using a drone, but the drone was an actual player.
oh, okay.
You remember, like,
Yeah. I think
if you weren't playing the game, you can log in with your iPad and be a drone in the world.
Yeah, I
And, like,
remember that.
with boys and like, yo, you got enemies around the building, and you kind of pick the enemies for them.
Yeah.
They completely scrapped that idea for 1. I'm curious if they're gonna try to attempt it for 2, or if it's more of like it's just an ability that you can just send a drone up to kind of scout things.
No, that's true. Actually, that's a good point. I have no idea. That would be kind of cool. I think.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but Division 2 looked awesome to me. Like you said, Washington D.C. is gonna be a cool location. I will miss New York because that's like,
oh hell yeah. Ain't no place like New York. Sure.
You know, that's home territory right there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That we're fighting in our playground. You know?
Hell yeah. That's so dope.
So going to a new spot is awesome, but New York will be missed. And I'm just glad it's not LA. I'm over LA between, you know, Grand Theft Auto and other games that are always based in LA. I'm just over that map.
Yeah.
Even playing The Crew 2, I was driving around LA and I was like, this is all the same. Like, I was so annoyed. I was like, all right, let me get to New York, but I can't because the GPS is fucking broken.
Yeah. Or Google Maps.
I was like,
hashtag Google Maps.
But I'm just glad, like, DC is going to be a great location.
Yeah. No, the game's going to be fire. I'm gonna definitely.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Has to get it. Moving on real quick because we got to try to wrap this up. Square Enix, no Final Fantasy 7.
Yes, so, Enix was a big fail in E3.
To be fair, just so you guys know, I did not see Square, Bethesda, or Nintendo. So Sai's gonna kind of, you know, I'll jump in where I can.
Remember everything that I can. But as far as Square Enix goes, they had the shortest press conference. They had no people come out and talk. If I remember correctly, there were some boos. Like,
wow,
like everybody,
that's crazy.
Everybody's waiting for this presentation, this, you know, press conference, and like nobody comes out. It's just trailer. It was like a YouTube playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they didn't show Final Fantasy VII, which they announced like 3 years ago. Like everybody's like, yo, this is the year we're finally going to see it. You know, we're going to get a release date. They didn't say anything. They just showed random ass trailers that nobody really cared about. The biggest pop was for Kingdom Hearts, but everybody kind of showed Kingdom Hearts. It was just so underwhelming and so like it was kind of pathetic. Like you shouldn't even had a press conference, to be honest.
Yeah, they could.
Like everyone show Kingdom Hearts and you just kind of sit back and relax, you know, like just you basically did that anyways. You just throw up YouTube videos.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
They were a big fail. Not having Final Fantasy VII was just awful. They didn't announce another Final Fantasy. I think 15 was the last one. I thought they might. I feel like they usually go a couple Final Fantasies and then do like an online version, like MMO style. They didn't announce another MMO one. They didn't announce 7. They didn't announce another story one. Final Fantasy is Square Enix's bread and butter. So if they're not announcing anything with Final Fantasy, I feel like they're kind of a flop, to be honest. Because everybody loves that franchise. Whether you love or hate it, people respect it. Like that, it's Final Fantasy. They've been around forever, you know.
Hell yeah.
So I thought they failed, especially with not showing 7 since announcing it. God knows how many years ago. Kingdom Hearts. I mean, here's what I'm gonna say about Kingdom Hearts. Everybody apparently loves this game.
I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm good with Daffy Duck and Donald Duck.
And like, you know what's funny? The people that are not interested has never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
People who've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I guess, are the biggest people like interested in, or like they're the most interested in this game. They've been like fiending, almost like salivating for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And it's like all Disney characters and like cartoony. Like I don't even know anything about the game, to be honest.
Yo, there's
But
like there's first of all, Elsa's in the game, and like you sing,
Yeah.
do you want to build a snowman? Like, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not playing. And there's been mad Kingdom Hearts. There's like Kingdom Hearts 1, 1.5, 1.78, Kingdom Hearts 2, 2.7.
like grown ass men, like, oh my god, Elsa. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
the hell?
I'm done.
Like, I don't get.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
If
Man.
you love Kingdom Hearts, cool, but I don't. So sorry.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It does some, like, let's be real. Everyone's a fan of a Disney character. You grew up with it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So like seeing some characters, you're like, oh, that's cool. He's there. Like, oh, you know, Goofy and some random shit. But
yeah, exactly.
They didn't really show you what the game was about. It was kind of just like you doing, like, they just showed like random scenes of like Elsa, like, oh look, we got the Frozen. Like, check us out.
Yeah, no, it was just like, I felt like it was just random scenes thrown together, you know.
Games we're gonna play probably. But yeah, people are loving it, and I guess I missed that boat many years ago when the first one came out. So
yeah, no, I definitely did. Just moving on to Bethesda real quick. Fallout 76. I played Fallout 3. 76 looks cool. I think the last Fallout, actually Fallout 4, I think it sold well. And
yeah.
I feel like you're either a Fallout fan or you're just not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's and it's distinct. Like there's nobody who's like, oh, I played a couple Fallouts and then stopped. People who've played Fallout have like played all of them, or people who haven't just haven't. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a black and white kind of thing.
Yeah, you're either a Fallout fan or you're not.
Yeah.
100%. It does look cool. It seems to be from 1976. Everything's old school. Like the TVs are old. Everything was like, the TV that's giving you like the please wait warning.
Yeah.
Emergency services type of thing.
Isn't this like a prequel? Like
it's supposed to be a prequel of the current stories, I guess. And it looks pretty cool. I'm not a big Fallout guy. I played 3. Was it 3? I don't know. I think I played 2, and then I got bored of it. And then I think 3 was New Vegas, and I kind of was like whatever about it at that point.
I think New Vegas was
a third one.
Was like a spinoff, yeah. And Fallout 3 was different than New Vegas.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, Fallout, I think New Vegas came before Fallout 3, but it was like one of those like off to the side games, like it wasn't in the main series.
Yeah, so then I played 3, and then a little bit of New Vegas, and I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, it's hard.
76 looks cool. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. I don't think I'm gonna try it, to be honest, because it's just, I don't know. There's something about that game where I just feel very bored about.
Yo, because it takes you literally can play the game for like 1,000 hours and still.
Yeah, and I rather spend my time doing other things. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know about it.
It's just too daunting and long of a game to play. Yeah. It's just
and I guess the big thing for me was like, I think in 3 maybe I was by myself too much. Like, and that might sound stupid, but like I wasn't interacting with other characters in the game, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm running around like looking for, food and keys or something. Like,
yeah.
Like, I was just mega bored. So the premise of 76 is cool. Like, there's Fallout, your gates. The vault finally opens up, letting you out into the world again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that seems pretty cool, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'll have to check it out. Like, I'll check it
Watch,
out when I'm like 70. Like
yep.
when I
I'll
have time.
probably watch streamers play because there'll be a million people playing it. So
Yeah, I did watch the Black Hokage TBH. I watched him play some of Fallout 4. Elder Scrolls 6, I just wanted to mention because I liked Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, whatever. So that's another thing for Bethesda that people get amped for. They didn't really show too much, but they did mention it. And then Nintendo is the last piece. Sai said his game of the year. He confirmed this. He put $100 bet on it. So we have $100 bet going that I think God of War will win Game of the Year 2018. Sai thinks Super Smash Bros will win, and he bet me $100. So just
I don't think it was confirmed that a bet was actually made.
It's now confirmed because it exists on the internet, so it's confirmed.
Facts. That's facts. No, but I don't know, man. Tones had an interesting, thought of fighting games don't win Game of the Year.
Yeah, shout out to Tones. He's like the fighting game. He's a huge gamer, a fighting game guru for sure. And he said, fighters have never won Game of the Year.
Yeah, which I guess is accurate, but I feel like Smash, if there is a game that can break that trend, it would be Smash because
and multiplayer never won Game of the Year until Overwatch did. So.
Correct. So I don't know, man. Smash, it probably won't win Game of the Year, but the excitement behind this game, the amount of sales it's going to do, the amount of consoles that are going to be sold just for this game is going to be through the roof. The fact that every character, you said you didn't watch the Nintendo one?
No, I didn't watch the Nintendo E3.
So they announced every character, and the basically half the conference was them showing all the characters.
Yeah, that's what people said. It was like 40 minutes of
game. Like you had Star Fox, you had 3 versions of Link. You actually had Zelda as a playable character. You had was Mega Man in there? I don't know. You had Metroid.
Yeah, I think Metroid. Yeah, it was
all types of Pokemons and different Pokemons and new Pokemons. They had I don't even remember, man. They had they had
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, that's Pokemon. But they had what the hell's his name? From Final Fantasy VII. The main character of Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I've never played the game.
He's in the game. Like they got licensing from every studio to ever make a video game, and they put a character in the Smash Brothers. Like it was like the amount of characters is unbelievable that they showed.
Yeah, they said they got every character ever in the game, so that's actually
it looked insane. I thought that was a home run for them for sure. They also showed a Pokemon, like the new Pokemon coming out.
Yeah, I legit don't know anything about Pokemon because I never
played Pokemon when it first came out, and that was like on the original Game Boy. So this is like way back,
Yeah, no, I've never played a Pokemon game ever.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. The original Pokemon is fun. I felt like they got a little too crazy with it.
Somebody said they started making like chair and table Pokemon, like a chandelier. Like
I don't know, man. There's all kinds of weird crap going on with it, but the OG stuff I thoroughly enjoyed. They had like Pokemon tournament games, which are cool. They're basically fighting games with Pokemon, which is pretty cool because they have different abilities each one, so it makes the fighting interesting. As far as the game that they showed, it kind of gave me old school feel of like over the top view rather than like like a third person type of view. It was interesting. Also, they're integrating Pokemon Go, which I thought was really cool. So you know how like the big craze a while
no, I remember that. Like people would get hit by cars trying to chase Pokemon.
Yeah, like it was crazy. But apparently the Pokemon you catch in the real world, so to speak, will transfer to your game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like if I
Man, that's kind of
if I
tight.
catch a Jigglypuff outside my window, I go outside and there's a Jigglypuff, I catch it. I can transfer that to the game and now it's on my console.
Oh, that's dope.
Playable character, like
Oh, that's actually really cool.
it's really cool. And like you can actually use the Pokemon Go app to trade with other players online on your Switch.
Yeah.
So, like if you can
Yeah, that's tight.
if you can only catch a certain Pokemon in California and a certain one in New York,
Yeah.
trade that New York one to the California one for the California Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's dope actually.
yeah. So like there's a lot of cool things within the Pokemon game that I think they did really well with, because just the ability of interacting IRL and mobile gaming to your console game, I thought was a home run. I thought that was good.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good look for Nintendo. They're always innovative.
Yeah,
Hashtag
very,
Labo.
yeah, I mean the Labo, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's an L, but still, I mean, it's innovative, it's new, but it's creative.
Yeah, funny, like with Nintendo, like the Labo is weird stuff. You would think they would show new things to do with cardboard during their press conference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could make anything out of cardboard, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't come out with like any updates for it, so I don't know. It was just weird.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, I thought Nintendo did a pretty good job with Pokemon, and obviously Super Smash Brothers was a smash hit. So
yeah,
I thought it was a good conference just in those two games alone.
Nah, that's what's up. We're gonna hit these grades, and the way I think we should do it, Sai, you give your grade, and I'll give my grade. And of course, I didn't watch Bethesda, Nintendo, or Square Enix, so I won't be able to comment on that. And then we'll just show you like the difference, any grade discrepancy.
Bethesda, Nintendo, and Square Enix.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we go back and forth, I'll just blast those ones out of the way. Bethesda, I'm giving a D+. The reason for that is because I'm not a big Fallout fan, and I wasn't really interested in what else they were showing. So
yeah.
They got a D+ for me. However, they did have a solid presentation as far as having actual people there presenting. So I give them a D+ on that aspect. What else we got here? Nintendo, I'm giving a C+ because Smash and Pokemon, again, like I said, was awesome. They did a great job showcasing those two games. And everything else was kind of like whatever, but those were the heavy hitters. Square Enix gets a big fat F. They were awful, god awful. They didn't show anything other than a couple trailers, and they were out. Like people who waited online for that conference, bought tickets for that conference, should get their money back. That was a terrible presentation.
That's a money back guarantee, my boy.
They should. But moving on to now the ones that you did watch.
Yeah.
EA. What did you think of EA?
EA, you getting that fat D, and here's what, pause. Here's why. No Alex Hunter, no Devin Wade. Like, you need to show EA. To me, EA is just like, yeah, well, what do we need to do? They're just lazy as far as they put out the same games every year with minor changes, and the conference
they changed the number on the game.
Yeah, they really do. And the conference was just like their games. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
It was just an updated roster.
Yeah, it was just in the middle of the road, same old trash. And that's why I'm giving it a D, because it was the same thing they do every year. And they took out the long shot was like the narratives of the single player narrative stories. If they pursue that would have like given them a better grade. But they come out that was too much work for them. So they're probably like, you know what? We got a little bit crazy. Let's just give them the same crap because they still gonna buy it. So it's whatever. That's a D.
I'm gonna agree with your grade and give EA a big fat D. Like you said, No Alex Hunter, and it was a major fail. Anthem not showing half the stuff that they could have showed us with all the time they had to show, prepare for it was a fail.
That's true, actually.
Overall, the presentations were pretty good. Again, the trailers could have been better, but you know what? It was 10 times better than Square Enix, so they're gonna get a D for me on that.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Xbox, what did you think of Xbox?
I'm giving them a B minus, and this is my second highest grade of E3. And the fact that Xbox is getting that, I think, tells you like how well they did. They were the most prepared for E3. They actually had things to show, and like they had some surprises in there. Like Division 2 was a surprise. Like I knew it was getting announced, but I didn't know Xbox was going to be the one to announce it. So that was a surprise for me. Rage 2 was cool. Like they got me kind of excited, and I kind of want to buy an Xbox. And if that was their purpose alone, they succeeded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm giving them a B minus. I think they had a fantastic presentation.
Here's why. And I'm less enthusiastic about their presentation. I think it was well organized, but when I look at the
exclusive,
yeah, world premiere, like I don't know. Here's the thing, and people think I'm an Xbox hater, and that's fine. I had 360, and I was planning on getting an Xbox One until I realized it was trash. Here's my thing about Xbox: they've been bad for so long, so anything they do that's in a positive light, I think people are going to overhype it, and I think that's kind of what happened here. I think they were well organized. Here's the thing, though: the Xbox is a master marketer. So when they came out and said 50 games, 18 exclusive, 13 world premieres, all of those numbers are actually lies. Like 50 games, like they showed games and they showed like expansions, and so don't say 50 games, 18. What kind of exclusives were they? Were they timed exclusives? Were they exclusives to Microsoft that weren't really Xbox exclusives? Like they always twist stuff. And then also here's at the end of the day, Xbox exclusive games like Ori and the Blind Force, like Captain Spirit, like Crackdown 3, I'm not really interested in Xbox exclusives, and half the games they showed were multiplats, like more than half, I think. So like to me, Xbox had a good presentation. They combined like the showing of the games and the people speaking, but their exclusives don't interest me. So that's they got a B minus because I think they presented well, but their games just their exclusives don't interest me, and that's where I gave them a B minus, really being nice. If I think about it, to honestly, I would probably give them like a C plus, just because I thought the presentation was good. But I'm not interested. To me, it's about the games, and I'm just not interested in 90% of their exclusives. But I think they had the best presentation and the most games overall. So they definitely beat out other people in terms of that. So yeah, that's
gonna officially stick with your B minus, or you're gonna move to C.
I'm gonna go C plus. I'm gonna go C plus just because I'm not playing any of their exclusives, so I'm going C plus that they showed. Well, you know what? No. Here's why I'm going back to B minus. 5 studios, huge B minus. I forgot about that. That's actually that's the main reason. Actually, I'm an idiot. That's the main reason why I gave them the B minus. The games to me were like a C. The 5 studios shows me they're going to kick ass next gen, or at least they're going to try for sure. Yep. So B minus, I'm sticking with it.
Cool.
Ubisoft.
Or
Ubisoft. People say it differently. It's weird.
Yeah.
They're like French or something.
Yeah. I'm giving them a B plus. I thought they had the best conference of all of E3. the games they showed were presented extremely well. Division 2 was a major title release, title reveal. Everybody's been waiting for that, since they announced it earlier in the year.
Yeah.
What's the name? It's just that they had the crew, launching, just everything that they were presenting. And like the thing with Ubisoft, like they started out with Just Dance, I think it was, and like they had this whole like production and like this whole, and because like our grading is, well, my grading at least is off the presentation itself.
Yeah.
And I thought their presentation was fantastic. I was excited for their games like Division 2 and Assassin's Creed, Odyssey. Like I just thought all that was well presented. The production was great.
Yeah.
And I was most excited for what they had to offer.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback on what Sai just said. I'm giving Ubisoft is my highest grade, only because when I literally wrote down, I was like, opening was excellent. That showmanship, like that's how the conference is about. You don't show up and show freaking trailers. Like you show up and you put effort into your conference. It's a presentation. They started off outside band.
Act like you care about your brand.
Yeah, act like you care. Like it was Just Dance, which is I can take it or leave it. I mean, a kind of fun game, exercise, whatever. But like the presentation, they went into it, and then Beyond Good and Evil, they had the guys come out and talk about it. It looks amazing graphically. And then like Trials, like the developer of Trials came in this freaking room on a dirt bike. Like,
that was awesome. That was awesome.
That was really cool. Skull and Bones looks like Sea of Thieves, but it's actually a good game. So
Skull and Bones actually reminds me of Black Flag.
Yes. And Ubisoft has mastered the sea thing. Like Assassin's Creed Black Flag was awesome.
Black Flag. So
yeah. So I think like Skull and Bones, like For Honor, even though I'm not a huge For Honor fan, it looked cool. The crew, and then
they announced For Honor, I think, was free.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
think they did. I gotta look into that more.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it. But like Assassin's Creed Odyssey looked crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft, like they just had a couple of different things that I'm like, yo, that looks.
And you know what's cool with the whole like how we were talking about Gears of War and like the movement, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, they're kind of dipping into that, but they did it in a way where you had a choice, and that was excellent.
Yeah.
You could be one or the other.
Yeah, and they said they fixed the movement is more fluid. Like a lot of people complain about Assassin's Creed because they say, "Oh, I went to jump out the window, but I just ran into the wall because I fell off the ledge because I went." They said they fixed that, and it looks like they have. But I'm just excited for those games. So Ubi got the highest for me because they put effort into their presentation, and they had 3 or 4 bangers. So I grade presentation, and then I grade games, and that's how I came to that. Next one, PlayStation. I'll let the resident Xbox fanboy go ahead and give his grade. Go ahead, sir.
I gave PlayStation that fat D, my guy. Yo, this was an hour-long Square Enix presentation.
Wow. Bruh. Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you talk.
Then Square Enix, like, not showing anything. PlayStation actually had like for Last of Us 2. They a little bit in the beginning and then kind of was like, all right, whatever. Like back to our normal bullshit. Like, so I gave him the D for effort.
Wow, this man giving out effort grades.
But like major stuff being announced during the intermission was awful. Being a trailer fest with
this man's salty because Cade died.
Yeah, forever. But they didn't. They had usually the head of Sony comes out and they're gloating about something. Like, you have 4 major titles releasing. You didn't have one person come out and talk about it. You ship.
Yeah, that's true. That is facts.
Kojima confirming that he's going to be at E3, and all he did was like a little IGN interview after E3 was over. Like, you can't have him come out on stage and talk about Death Stranding for a second, like tell us something about the game. All we know is Norman Reedus has a baby. Like, they didn't show us anything. Like, Spider-Man looked dope. Like, the big 4 looked dope. We're not going to get into that again, but there were no real surprises. They didn't show Red Dead. No company showed Red Dead, so who knows what's going on with that game. I felt very underwhelmed watching the Sony press conference. I was not excited for it at all.
And I don't disagree with what Sai just said. But I will. This is our biggest difference on the grades. Here's a reality, and this is the last conference that we'll talk about because that's the last one I saw. Here's what I'm going to say, and I've gone back and forth with this for the last 2 weeks since me and Sai talked about it watching the show. Here's what I'm going to say. Presentation wise, Sony usually crushes it. Orchestras, all of a sudden. Here's the reality. They're lazy as hell. They're winning. They're winning by like 30. Yeah. What's that?
I said exactly. They got mega lazy this year.
They're mad lazy. And so they came out. They did a little scene. They had a little banjo playing for Last of Us 2. Then they hit you with the Last of Us gameplay. Here's the thing. They're lazy as hell because they're in the lead. And I didn't appreciate it. But guess what?
Cruise control.
Right. But here's the reality. When you're the king of the kingdom, you make the rules so that they can really do whatever they want. I think it's disrespectful to the gamers to do that because I'm a gamer at heart. Like, I'm always going to fight for the gamers. So I thought that was disrespectful.
People actually went to E3.
Yeah, it was disrespectful. But here's what I will say. I think these are mutually exclusive. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's no conference that was even comparable to, the games. They only showed like 7 or 8 games. Every game they showed, banger. Like, I'm sorry, but Last of Us Part 2, banger. Like, even the Ghost of Tsushima, even the one game where it was like Inception, I don't even remember the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where the gun was like turning into blocks. Like, they showed 7 or 8 games that I was like, I gotta play that game.
What conference showed Unravel?
What's that?
What conference showed Unravel?
I think that was
Was that Sony?
I think that was EA.
Was that EA?
Or was it Sony?
Because I remember Unravel 2 looking pretty cool.
I thought we were watching that during EA when we were going live on the podcast. I think it was EA. I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
But the whole point is with Sony that I gave them a B, and here's why. Presentation was trash, but those games, like, to me, it's like the games are undeniable. So like Steph Curry, people like his attitude is trash, which is correct, but he's also the greatest shooter of all time. Like, Sony's press conference was trash. But the games they showed, I don't think any other conference showed games that I was more excited for. Like, I know size like Division. I'm so amped for Last of Us 2.
Dude, me too.
Spider-Man. Like, the games they showed were just like, wow.
Yeah, I'm excited for those games, but
the presentation was straight trash.
Yeah,
I can confirm that.
Are big differences.
Yeah. But I feel like the games held mad weight with me, and I think Sai for just the difference between me and Sai, the games hold crazy weight with me. For Sai, I think he's like, presentation is big, especially because it's E3. It's once a year. You have a whole year to prepare, and you came out with a goddamn banjo.
Yep.
Like, so I totally get that.
You summed it up.
All right, so we're gonna try to wrap this thing up in the next like 5 minutes or so because I gotta get the hell out of here before I get that divorce paper in the mail. Pac, Bernie questions. Pac said, "How long till you cucks join the Switch dark side?" Well, when are they going to be at 1080p? Oh, nah,
When is it going to be $100?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I need that. I need that price to drop way down. And
I tell you, I definitely want one.
yeah, no, I want one too. I want to play. I want to play the game of the year for 2017 for sure. And
yeah, play the new Smash Brothers looks awesome.
I would play the new Smash. I would also check out that Mario Odyssey. Yo, I would even low key. I would play that Mario Tennis, man. Like, I like stuff like that. Like, I would, and the fact that you can play on the go. I'm a true gamer, so like, yo, I'll pull out. I know this is gonna sound stupid, but people like, yo, I'll pull out, join out on the beach. I don't give a damn, bro. I'll be like sitting, because people read books on the beach because whatever. Like, I'll pull out the game anywhere. Like, it don't matter to me. So. The answer to your question, probably
hopefully soon.
Yeah, that's my price. I'm looking at Christmas 2018. If the price drops low enough, I may get it Christmas 2018.
Will I get it before an Xbox? Probably not. Because I think it's in a lot better for me.
And here's the reality. I'm not no disrespect. Switch does not have a lot of games that I want to play.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They have 3 or 4 games I want to play, so that can wait.
I want to play Mario Party though. In the Nintendo conference they announced a new Mario Party.
Oh, okay.
I've completely forgot about that. That's a new title in that.
And I never played Mario Party. I would definitely want to check that out because you said it was mad
you
fun.
have to play it because like Mario Party is a game that we still play on like original Wii. Like me and wifey, like we're still playing Mario Party 8 on the original Wii because the game is just that much fun. So new Mario Party on the Switch that's exciting.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope as hell. As far as deals are concerned, and sorry guys, I'm just like my allergies are killing me. I can't even like breathe right now. 70% off flash sale on PSN until like the 25th. You got a free Assassin's Creed Odyssey theme, which is dope if you're into that. And then Black Ops 3 is free. That's Sai's favorite Call of Duty of all time. Confirmed. He likes it better than Modern Warfare 2, he said. And FIFA 18, if you want to continue with the Alex Hunter story, is $23.99, which I bought digitally last night because I'm a fraud.
And because of the World Cup, they have the free World Cup update.
Oh, yeah. That is true. And other than that, is there anything we're looking forward to? Like, I think the summer's going to be kind of dry. I mean, The Crew comes out at the end of this month.
They GPS before I dive back into that game. Spider-Man, I know you're looking forward to Red Dead.
Yeah. That's not until like November. Oh, no, October Red Dead comes out.
My big thing is probably Spider-Man and the Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Yeah, Destiny 2 Forsaken. And then I'm looking forward to Red Dead, which doesn't come out till October. And Spider-Man, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man too, because I feel like I want to give it a chance because I really think it will actually be a good game. And yeah, that's about it. So hey Sai, you want to go ahead and hit him with that outro, my guy?
Yeah, man. Real quick, shout out to Fly for joining chat, and shout out to Pac for that question.
Hey, shout out to Flying Pac. Appreciate y'all.
We're back to kind of a normal format now that E3 is over. Real quick, I will be going to Guardian Con, which is July 12th.
Oh, hell yeah.
13th. Oh, no, 13th and 14th of July. I will be able to meet the developers of Destiny. Bungie will be there on an official.
Yo, shout out to Sai. Yo, this man's on the come up. He's trying to leave you, boy. He gonna start his own podcast after the Guardian Con facts.
It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna see the developers. They're bringing they're gonna have workstations set up. showing off, showcasing the new game mode called Gambit, which I forgot to mention earlier. There's a new game mode, Gambit, in Forsaken, which is a
damn.
PvE PvP combination game mode where it's like a team of 4 versus a team of 4. You're battling PvE enemies, and then like a portal will open where you can like jump through and attack the other players. Like there's cool little things like
that's
that.
Crazy.
That game mode will be playable at Guardian Con. They're going to have workstations set up for that. So I'm going to be able to play the new mode, meet the developers. Ninja will be there, and all kinds of other big streamers like Crafty and Dr. Lupo and everybody else. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, look out for that.
And hopefully I can get some of it recorded, maybe like a IRL Twitch stream or something, or I'll record and upload it or something.
Yeah, try to vlog some footage and then throw it up on your channel, and you could throw some of it on our channel, Friday Night Gaming. So just look out, follow both channels. That's mad exciting for Sai to do that, and I'll definitely be following him for sure to see, what he's doing for Guardian Con. So that'll be really dope.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But you can find me at twitch.tv/Scythex and twitter.com/Scythex_.
And I don't it was a good show. Appreciate Fly for coming through. Appreciate the question from Pac and any other viewers that were checking us out. And we're gonna hit you 2 weeks from today, obviously. In the meantime, we're gonna try to get on these games, and hopefully you guys can do your thing too. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find me at Twitter at Trigon4848, and then you can find me at twitch.tv/Trigon411. I think Sai and I both are going to be simultaneously hitting FIFA 18 tonight and get a little Alex Hunter in that World Cup update. And appreciate you guys for coming through. And without further ado, we're going to hit you one more time with that sweet sound of hey. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming through, and yeah, we out this thing.